Hi everyone, I hope you well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to love into XRP once again. Thank you for support. Okay, so unfortunately, just there, I was anticipating some kind of little inverse and shoulders pattern going down to the 55, come back up, break that resistance. You're looking at the breakout, and you've got this retracement done down to this low. Okay, so you've invalidated that pattern right now, and I've actually been stopped out of that little trade. It was only a little trade, you know. That's what I do. Put cheeky bids on the EMAs. You know, I put a little cheeky bid down here on this EMA as we broke out as well. Boom, 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 and I rode it all the way up. Okay, now my target was the 1618, but I've closed it because we've lost this support of this descending triangle. So we start to create this negative pattern basically, and I closed it once we, you know, lost that. So that was my long. I think I gained about 7 or 8% off that EMA just there. Yeah, it was a nice little 9% long opportunity that I was fruitful on. But again, you always close it, okay? Don't be greedy, don't sit in it, because it can come back and come all the way back down. You lose your profit, basically. So this is why I always teach you about trading the ranges. So right now, I've got stopped out in this little long off these EMAs. This one was fruitful, this one wasn't fruitful. Okay, so right now, here, XRP, you can see you've lost this low, which is the head, basically. This is how you invalidate these patterns. I'll need to teach you this. I'm sure I've taught you it before, but you've got your left shoulder, you've got your head, and a potential right shoulder. Cheeky bids on the EMAs with a stop loss. Your stop loss is the head, because if you lose the head, you're invalidating the pattern. Do you understand that? And you can see you've lost the head. So, and where's your resistance right now? You've lost it as support, and you're rallying into the previous head, the neckline. Potential head. It's not a head. I'm just saying it would have been a head if you create the right shoulder. But that's your support. That's your stop loss just there, okay? Do you see that? And that's your stop loss. And right now you rally into resistance. So, you know, you've lost your trade basically. So right now this is resistance just here. Do you see that? That's become resistance. And what you look like you're doing right now, you've come down, you consolidated, and you're coming down, you're consolidating again. So it looks as though you might actually be tracing a little bit deeper than we anticipate, okay, down to this low. Now this is healthy market structure, because what you're doing, you're coming up and you're retracing down to this low. It's all about this retracement. Now there is a potential larger pattern that I'm spotting just there, okay? So this inverse head and shoulders pattern did not play out, unfortunately, you know, but I'm going to try and find another pattern for you and a potential support target right now for XRP, because you can see at the minute, you know, for me it would be a good idea to open a short basically, because I think what you've got here is some kind of resistance just there on that neckline and the 20 EMA on the 4-hourly time frame, okay? And you can see it's that previous resistance just there where you are right now. Do you see that? See that where you're wicking? So you've lost this support and this bigger sort of double M top pattern just there, which gives you a technical breakdown target from there to there. And right now you're losing its support, so it looks as though you're actually coming down to around about 67 cents. Now, is there any sort of pattern here for confluence of that potentially that could be a lovely little area to put some bids in, okay, and a potential double M top pattern? Just there, look, you've come up like that, you've got that depleting, you've lost the support, you rally into it with resistance. So this is a neckline, do you see that, of a potential double M top pattern and a descending triangle like that. So right now, you know, it would be nice to short this resistance just here, which is currently 72 cents with a stop loss, because that would be your technical target down there around about 67 cents, sorry. So right now, you know, for XRP, if we zoom out on the 8-hourly time frame just there, I'm going to show you something that's beginning to emerge for XRP. Let's take a look at this. There's potentially some kind of big horizontal pattern that's forming here for XRP. I'm going to show you on the 8-hourly time frame where the body's open and closed. You see this? That's where the neckline is, okay, this level of support right now. And then here we've got, again, where your bodies are open and closing, you've got that key level of resistance just there we run into. See the wick just there? So it's almost like you're coiling up again towards the apex of this horizontal, which you've actually come up into. Do you see this? You've bottomed out here and you've started to come up into resistance, and right now you're coiling up inside here. Break this resistance, you're going to come up, lose this support, you're going to go down, okay? Do you see that? So right now you can see that XRP is in a technical target to 67 cents off this sort of double top pattern here, where you've lost support, rallying to resistance and coming down. Now this neckline here, this level of support, okay, see this ascending level of support? This would be fantastic if it starts to hold. Currently it's around about 64 cents. So if it does start to come down and rejects off these EMAs, bounces off there, starts to come back up, you're coiling up inside this horizontal, which is a bullish continuation pattern. You start to break out, you're up there, wherever it is, okay? So yeah, you can get really close to this apex around about the 14th of March before you get really close. Your breakout target from this would be the first point of contact just there, all the way to the bottom, and you can see if you was to lose support, you can see that, you know, wherever you start to lose support, you're coming down, you're sweeping them lows, and you've got a new impulsive wave to the downside. But if you do start to break out here, wherever it is for XRP, you know, towards the apex, boom, you're up there on that trend line, you know, and this is beautiful. You know, you're coiling up here inside the apex of a horizontal. You get the breakout, you're up there on that trend line, okay, and you can see you're breaking that high, and you are really, you know, this is your low basically, and you're starting to come back up the stairs and move up impulsively in the month of March for XRP. And you can see with that, you know, you've got this big ABC correction right there. Your lows in, and you're starting to come back up. Worst case scenario is you start to lose it, fall out. You can see you're losing that support just there, you're losing that low just there, and you're continuing with this downtrend for XRP basically, you know. But for me, I do think, given that wick just there, I do think that that's a third wave down. If we look on the weekly time frame here, I've gone through this with you. If we look on the weekly time frame, for me, I think, you know, I'm no Elliott wave specialist, but I think you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is your low basically. And right now you're coming up in 1, you come back in 2, and you're looking at explosive 3, which sees you break that low resistance. So this is some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With that, you're breaking that high, and you know you're potentially up there on that white line of this huge final fifth wave that we're looking at for XRP. No guarantees, it's all support and resistance. And right now, like I said to you, if you do start to see this weekly 20 death cross, that's not a good thing. You rally into resistance and keep rolling, and you meet this technical target, this horizontal that you're in right now on the 8 hourly time frame. If you start to lose that support, then yeah, you're coming down, and we're not necessarily going to break out to the upside, and we're looking to come even lower, you know, for XRP. Retrace into this low before we actually find support and come back up. Like I said to you, the greater you retrace, the greater the impulsive pace, and that's what XRP is doing right now. You retrace into this low down here, okay, and like I said to you yesterday, look, you found support on the 0.50 fib. Look at the close above, okay, beautiful. If you do start to close below that, you know, then your technical target will be all the way down there, and the golden ratio, it's 43 cents, and with that you get a continuation start to come down. Now that would be a last level of support for me, 29 cents, okay, because if you do start to come any deeper than that, your reversal wave, possibility of creating a reversal wave is increased, and your reversal wave target is all the way down there at 0.386, which is really bearish. I mean, look at that, that's losing the March capitulation lows right there. But that's a bit of bear market hopium, not doing it yet, okay. So for me, like I said to you, I think that the minute you retrace to this point of contact here and the 0.50 fib on the weekly, you've got a high close just there as well. You start to come up impulsively, you're coming back correctively, and if you can break impulsively here in the month of March, April, May, and start to get the breakout, you know, you did coil up towards this apex, and you're getting this explosive breakout for XRP. But there's no guarantees. I wish I could say to you, you're 100% it's going to do this, that, and the other. But it's support and resistance, isn't it? You know, I've taught you that much in this space so far. So, you know, right now, let's say as a thought experiment, let's say it did get really nasty here for XRP, and we did lose this support. Okay, this huge horizontal. Okay, and we're sort of getting a confirmation of the death cross just there. We've not got it yet. But say let's over the next, you know, in March we get some kind of capitulation event, we do roll out of this, we basically bounce off the golden ratio, come up into resistance, and then come down to the 786, and that was your bear market low just there, okay. This is your bull market top, and this is some kind of bear market where you low ball out and start to come back up the stairs. Well, if that's the case, then all you've done is retrace the 786 at 29 cents, which offer a fantastic opportunity going forward, and you've held this low. Wave 1, this is your wave 2, this is your wave 3, this was your wave 4, like I said to you, and this is your wave 5, okay, coming back to support, and you're looking for the explosive wave 5 breakout. Now if that is a wave 5 further down the line, wherever it is, you know, towards the end of the year, or you know, if we sort of low ball out over the next few months and we capitulate down here for XRP down on 786, then I will be dropping the fibs on, and I'll show you exactly where the 1618 target is. It's at $6.43, and you can see that the 1414 is around about $3.35. You can see that the 2 fib is all the way up there at the $13.37 mark. So, but for XRP to have that sort of projection, XRP needs to roll out of this and come all the way down to the 786 at 29 cents, okay, which would be an amazing opportunity, absolutely amazing opportunity if it holds, because if it doesn't and you come down and you lose 17 cents, you've got your big reversal wave, and you can see XRP is basically rolling into a huge deep bear market there, you know, from which it may never recover basically. So, you know, it's hanging on. There's no sort of guarantees it's going to do this, that, and the other, but that's your support and resistance. Good luck everybody. I wish you all the luck in the world, okay? Take care. Back soon with another update on XRP. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.